Good morning, fellow comrades. You're welcome to this wonderful edition of Bystanders at the Newsstand. I am Christian Chuku. We are right here in Ogba as we get people talking on topical issues and the reports that we have this morning. A great day in the city of Lagos. We are currently in Ogba bus stop, Ogba Junction. Today is the 30th of March, 2022. There is so much to talk about this morning. Three attacks on Nigeria's railway system within 48 hours. Just in Gidan railway station has been attacked. Just in few minutes ago, another railway station has been attacked. Few hours ago, Kaduna was attacked, and also the Abuja Kaduna rail that left over 8 people dead. Let's look at the papers this morning. What do we have? I have with me the Punch newspaper and also have the leadership paper this morning. What is the leadership saying? APC has disappointed naysayers. This is Mr. Lawan talking about the convention, say that APC has disappointed naysayers. At last, Kwankwaso, a PDP chieftain, a PDP bigwig, has dumped PDP for NNPP. At last, Kwankwaso has dumped PDP for NNPP. Okay, now federal government freezes over 30 accounts of illegal loan companies. Federal government freezes over 30 accounts of illegal loan companies. And also, National Assembly transmits constitutional amendment bills to state assemblies. National Assembly transmits constitution amendment bills to state assemblies. One of the bills is the autonomy of the local government. Kaduna train attack. Kaduna train attack. 8 bodies recovered. 20. 8 bodies recovered. 26 injured. Out of the almost 500 passengers in that train. 8 bodies recovered. 26 injured. Okay, let's look at. Okay, we are not going to look at the Punch again. We are going to be looking at the Vanguard. Let's still look at the leadership. We have one Dr. Chinelo of St. Gerald Hospital, Kaduna. Daughter of PRP Publicity Secretary Farida Mohammed. MBT Director Abdul Isa Kofar Mata. Trade Union Congress General Secretary Musa Lawal Ozigi. And 3 NRC cleaners. 8 persons have been confirmed dead in the Kaduna train attack. 26 others are reportedly injured and receiving treatment at 44 Army Reference Hospital, Kaduna. Many others are missing and may have been kidnapped. 398 passengers bought tickets for the 6:10 p.m. Abuja Kaduna trip. 362 were validated. President Muhammad Buhari ordered service chiefs to hunt down the terrorists. Transportation Minister Rotimi Amechi says the attack was predicted and could have been prevented with security equipment. 24 hours after the attack on Abuja Kaduna train on Monday, the authorities have confirmed 8 passengers dead and 26 others injured. 26 injured, 8 dead. Okay. Fans on rampage after Ghana dashed Nigeria's hope of qualifying for the World Cup. Fans on rampage at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. Let's take a look at also the Vanguard. How gunmen storm train, rain terror on passengers. That is the main headline on the Vanguard this morning. How gunmen storm train, rain terror on passengers. Once again, Wakala, Musa Ozigi, Chinelo Wando, Mariatu Bala Usman, Akinsola, Abdul Kofa Mata, all dead. All dead. That's unfortunate. Soludo nominates 20 commissioners, 15 special advisors. Soludo nominates 20 commissioners, 15 special advisors. Okay, massive support trails Peter Obi's declaration of presidential ambition. Massive support trails Peter Obi's declaration of presidential ambition. Can it is time to produce Christian presidents. It is time to produce Christian president. Ex-governor Kwankwaso of Kano State dumps PDP for NPP. Wow. I have Mr. Matthew. Come on, Mr. Matthew. I don't know what to say, but let the souls of the departed rest in peace. When we talk about the attack on Kaduna yesterday, what will you have to say about the attack?
Thank you for having me. Matthew is the name. What I want to say is that it is unfortunate, and whether we like it or not, the government have failed woefully, because it is abundantly stated in the Constitution that the welfare and security of Nigerians shall be the primary purpose of governance. So when somebody is failing in the very primary purpose of governance, what is the essence? Better fine. The other time talking. We are live program.
Yeah, continue.
So what I'm saying in essence is, when I saw federal, the governor of Kaduna State made that statement that the bandits have lost right to life, I thought the federal government would have used that opportunity to go out offensive against the bandits. It is worrisome, and it gives one the room to start doubting the sincerity of the federal government. Because before now, we have seen pictorial evidences of how Sheikh Gumi went into the bushes, the forest, to negotiate with the bandits when they were bandits before they designated them as terrorists. We saw Masari, the Katsina State governor, pictorial evidences while he went to broker peace to discuss with them. So the question is, if these known faces, like the governor of Katsina State, Sheikh Gumi, could go and have meeting with the bandits, not terrorists, why is the allocation a challenge to federal government? Why is the allocation a challenge to Nigerian Air Force? These are questions that Nigerian Air Force owe Nigerians to give us answer. Because there is we saw the speed of light with which federal government deployed a air platform to Olo when they felt they needed to bomb ESN and IPOB members. We saw the speed of light with which they deployed air raid to Arepo when the activities of is it pirates were threatening the corporate existence of Nigeria in the houses. So what is deterring federal government in decimating the bandits or the terrorists as they are now? Because for me, there's no excuse. One say there's no excuse is if it is funding. Federal government has always gotten the leverage from National Assembly to borrow to fight insurgency, to fight banditry, to fight terrorists. If federal government could have, if the local governments and state governments could be magnanimous enough to allow federal government withdraw about 559 million US dollars from SS Cook account to buy 12 Tucano jets. What support do Nigerian government need again? What support do Nigeria effort need that they have not gotten? I can understand recently that the chief of air staff was talking about some critical components of those A29 Super Tucano jets that are not taking delivery of. And we have been saying it that federal government should engage their partners in America to get those critical components of the air platform. And if you look at technology the way it is globally, such challenge you drive it through technology. We are all witnesses, or we all saw how America killed Soleimani in Iraq.
Yeah.
That military diplomat that was killed under Trump.
Iran.
No, they killed him in Iraq.
Iranian.
He's an Iranian military diplomat, a military diplomat. What I'm trying to say is he was monitored through technology. And as at the time they were satisfied that taking out will register less colossal damage was taken out.
Okay.
That is what technology can do. So to what extent are we relying on technology to drive this process?
Like what
we saw the difficulty Nigerian government made every Nigerian to go through in terms of SIM card registration. To what extent are they deploying the benefit of that SIM card registration to fight insurgency? Because whether we like it or not, the insurgents, the bandits who are not insurgents, they rely on technology. They rely on the network to do their nefarious activities. The other time, network in Zamfara was shut down. So what success did they record as a result of shutting down, irrespective of the suffering that came to citizens in that state as a result of shutting down the network? What success did Nigerian Army, Air Force, DSS record in terms of fighting insurgency?
How is it that
whether we like it or not, it is evidently clear that DSS ought to do intelligent gathering. So to what extent is DSS doing intelligent gathering? And don't federal government think someone like Sheikh Gumi have a role to play in getting at these bandits or rather terrorists? Because this is somebody who know all their whereabouts. This is somebody who have visited them in all their enclaves. This is somebody who have offered himself to be a mediator. This is somebody who have been engaging them to see how they can resolve it. So why not have a Sheikh Gumi in the strike to be on the platform to help them identify and get the location of these bandits? Because Sheikh Gumi, as a medical doctor, was a military personnel. So it will be his knowledge, idea, experience about bandits will be useful in fighting these bandits. So for me, federal government, if not for anything, for this last breach of peace in this country, I think Mr. President should throw in the trowel.
Okay, this is what the Minister of Transportation said. He was speaking to reporters after visiting the scene of the attack. Said the unfortunate event could have been avoided if a 3 billion naira digital security equipment had been acquired.
They should all hide their faces in shame. Whether the Minister of...
You spoke about technology now.
Yes, why is saying it's reactionary? We are looking for proactive action. What he's saying, look at the young medical practitioner who resigned her job, was already bid to travel to the country for a better job. Look at how she ended her life. Look at the Secretary of Trade Union Congress, CUC. Is among the people who were killed. Look at the MD of what's it called? Nigerian Agricultural Bank. Okay. Is among the people kidnapped. So what I'm saying is the insecurity has gotten to the affluent people in the society. It has gotten to the level where it's not affecting the people who are in the society. So it means it's a matter of time a governor will be kidnapped.
The governor was attacked and 19...
deputy governor. Yeah. I'm not unaware, I'm aware. I say it's a matter of time if the government do not do the needful to checkmate the excesses of the bandits or rather the terrorists.
The governor was attacked. The Benue State governor and the Niger State governor.
I know. It's a matter of time a governor will be kidnapped.
No, it's not. It's
Because
it should be unheard.
Look at the dexterity with which they carry out this operation. They coordinated the operation to the point where they compromised the railway and they forced the train to stop. So by implication, the people who were in that train were at the mercy of the bandits or terrorists, as the case may be. Because even if you had 1 or 2 or 3 police or military personnel who were on routine security in the train, there is little or nothing they could do. Because from what we are made to understand is that the terrorists go in their numbers. Whether we like it or not, this government have failed woefully.
So what about
in terms of
the equipment? Even though they're not proactive, what about the equipment you were talking about?
I say what you are talking about equipment. That is reactionary approach. They would have done that before now.
No, since it happened,
The threat of bandits, the threat of terrorists didn't start today. The other time we saw how the activities stopped an aircraft from taking off from Kaduna Airport. Is that not enough signal that it's a matter of time they will compromise railway transportation system? So for me, the government has no excuse. They should be thinking of how to resolve it, and Mr. President should do us a favor by throwing in the towel.
By resigning.
Because we cannot continue dying in number like this.
He's not capable.
Who knows? It's evident that he doesn't have what it takes to address the security challenges we are facing. If he has it, he would have addressed it. I think for me, he has done his best. I bet it's not good enough.
The president or APC as a party?
The president is what I'm talking about. The president is the president and commander of the armed forces. If you see the army, the navy, the SS, the Air Force recording success in the operations and all the theater of operation, Mr. President takes the credit. When there's a failure in the security system, Mr. President should take the blame. Whether we like it or not, the National Security Advisor, NSA, is the head of security in the whole country. And he's answerable to Mr. President. He's an appointee of Mr. President. All the service chiefs, from Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Naval Staff, Chief of Air Staff, Director of DSS, name it, they are all answerable to National Security Advisor who reports to Mr. President. So Mr. President take the blame for any security lapse. He take the credit for any success recorded in any theater of operation. So to that extent, Mr. President is responsible for the failure of security system in Nigeria.
How do we forestall further attacks? Because within 48 hours, we've had 3 attacks on our railway stations.
The best way is to drive the process to technology. Look at the level of Ukraine, Russia conflicts. We are made to understand that even America is using Google against Russia. But what I'm saying in essence is, Nigerian government have the resources, they have what it takes, they have comparative advantage over the bandits, over the terrorists. Because there are so many areas they have access to in terms of technology that terrorists do not have access to. So, if somebody is making call, whether NTN, whether Glo, whether Tisalat, the network provider know the mask the person is operating from. That is the truth. All the call log of the terrorists and they do the operation, the service provider have it. By default, if you make call, it's being recorded without your consent. So if there is need for investigation, the government can go to that network provider to get the call log of any person. So why is government not relying on all this to crack and get at these bandits? That's why one is worried, and there is that fear that some government personalities may have hand in what is happening.
Okay, let's look at the match played yesterday between Nigeria and Ghana. The fans went on rampage and started destroying the Moshood Abiola Stadium.
That is irresponsible attitude. It is unbecoming of the behavior that is expected of a sportsman. Because what I understand is that the game of football is won and lost in the pitch, not through physical combats, not your physical strength. So I believe the people who express display that show of shame by now should be regretting it, because they would have encouraged Nigerian team to do better by cheering them up and by encouraging them to train and get skills that will give them edge over Ghana, not necessarily resorting to assault, molestation in the field. For me, it is crude, it is condemnable, and it is highest level of irresponsibility on the part of Nigerian fans.
DSS blames IPOB for the post-match vandalism at Abuja Stadium. They said they had the intelligence that Wari was going to come for that match, to watch that match. That's why what they saw, the explosive they saw, was done by IPOB.
It's unfortunate that we'll be hearing all this kind of thing from Nigerian DSS or whatever, because
there's a letter to that fact.
How can IPOB travel all the way from Southeast Abuja to wreak havoc?
Who may have members in Abuja?
I doubt. I'm not holding brief for anybody, but I think the security agency should do their diligent job. If they had that classified information, why could they not foster it? Why did they could not put system in place to stop it from happening? We saw the way terrorists stop an aircraft from taking off from Kaduna Airport. Could you equally ascribe that to activities of IPOB or ESN? I don't think so. But in as much as bombing in the airport is condemnable, I think the government should write to the occasion and do their job of protecting life and property. Okay. That's what is paramount.
Cancelled his colloquium yesterday. Tinubu cancelled his colloquium yesterday because of the Kaduna attack.
For me, I don't think any politician has the interest of Nigerians at heart. He may be playing to the gallery and coming. He may be playing to the gallery. Because we all saw the incident that happened at Lekki Tollgate. All the politicians in Nigeria, what role did they play to protect the life of Nigerians at Lekki Tollgate? So cancelling the colloquium, me, I'm not being swayed. For me, no Nigerian politician is worth my support. Because recently, I saw police threatening to embark on industrial action. The same police and protesters were protesting in favor of their welfare. You now see them to tell you that their welfare is not taken care of, to tell you that they are not happy with the status quo. They are now planning to embark on strike. So even if Tinubu cancelled his colloquium in response to the the attack on Nigerian Railway, I see him as playing to the gallery, not because he loves Nigerians. That's why I see it.
Okay. Lastly, what impact will this scheme of events have on the 2023 general election?
You mean the bombing?
Yeah.
Whether I would like it or not, it will have some impact on the 2023 general election, because it is evidently clear before now that railway is the safest means of transportation from Abuja to Kaduna, apart from going through air. So if railway have been compromised, it means if you want to move INEC materials, whether sensitive or non-sensitive materials, from Abuja to Kaduna or some other adjoining states, is no longer fashionable going through train. So logistic-wise, it will affect INEC. And people who have their voting centers in Kaduna and live in other parts of the country, who hitherto wanted to go through trade, they may end up being disenfranchised. They may not go out they may not vote. So there are so many areas it will affect the election in terms of security. But for me, the government should write to the occasion, and because it behoves on the government to protect life and property. We are not ready to take excuse like what I'm saying, the Minister of Transportation. That is an excuse for failure. Nobody is interested in taking excuse. What we are saying is you are taking the job, deliver on the job. No, don't give us excuse that if you have done this. Of course, you are in the saddle, you are the Minister of Transportation, you would have made that proposal to government and ensure that you put those security measures in place to foster that occurrence. Not coming to give us excuse of failure. Nobody is interested to take that excuse.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you for
Mr. Matthew. Okay, I have Mr. Chigozie. Come on, Mr. Chigozie.
Good morning.
What a day in Nigeria yesterday.
What happened?
8 bodies recovered, 26 injured. Survivors narrate ordeal on the Kaduna train attack. Yet there was another attack in another Kaduna station. This morning, this is the third attack on the Nigeria railway station.
Yeah, good morning to SM viewers. I remain Chigozie Ndefu. Yeah, thank you for having me. Well, we have not seen an end to this. That is the reality staring at us. So when I said that Nigeria is a failed state, people tend to disagree with me. So what are we seeing? This is, of course, the consequences and the results of what you can experience in a failed state. Where, of course, the life of the citizens are no longer the priority of the said government. You can imagine innocent commuters. I must empathize and use this opportunity to commiserate with the families who lost their, of course, loved ones on this unnecessary and avoidable death. But unfortunately, it has become Nigerians, of course, fate and Nigerians' destiny that our supposed citizens will continue to lose their life to life.
Nowhere is safe. The roads are not safe. The rails are not safe. The flights are not safe.
But there have been propaganda that if only we can come together, if only we can come together on what basis? If only we can come together to do what? You see, can you continue to flog a dead corpse and think that can make any difference? I'm pained and I'm not happy as a human. I listen to most of the, of course, the survivors of this atrocious crime against humanity in Channels TV. When they are narrating their ordeals, one said that about 30 or 25 was lined up and they were led to the bush, and nobody knows the fate of this one. Within the territorial, I mean, not far from the so-called powerhouse. It's less than 2 hours to the Aso Rock.
Where we have our military.
And yet, people are not protected. People are losing their lives as a result of insurgency. And you are still preparing for, of course, clamoring for electionary process where it is not feasible. If the life of the supposed citizens are not prioritized and their safety are not prioritized, then what is the sense of discussing about a fair system, about an electionary process, which is just an extension of this barbaric regime? I don't blame this regime in particular.
Don't blame this.
Subsequent regimes, ever since Nigeria existed or come to, of course, be recognized as a federation, Nigeria has not had any better time, has not had any moments of bliss. How can people continue to lose their lives? In less than 24 hours or 48 hours, you see the series of attacks on the Nigerian people. And Amechi is telling us that they need a helicopter and they need maybe they will need a butterfly or so. They will need to consult the witches and wizards. Maybe they're the responsible why, of course, the unfortunate incident is happening. When the government, a fair government, failed to take responsibility of her own failure to the citizens.
What are the lessons Nigerians need to learn from all these events?
There's no other lesson that, of course, procrastination is a thief of time. The more we procrastinate the disintegration of this contraction, of course, everybody has to pay of course, a costly price. I don't see any reason why such should happen in the first place. How does those bandits or terrorists, they're not calling them terrorists. I thank God this is not IPOB. They will not claim that this is IPOB. You see? Or they will not say that this is ESN. This is within even not far from the seat of power. How are they able to beat the security court network? How were they able to gain entrance within the Kaduna, of course, Abuja axis without being apprehended? You see, these are fundamental issues. This shows that even the security architecture have been overstretched. No wonder, of course, no wonder the governor of Kaduna State said that the Nigerian security architecture is a misfit before, of course, the bandits, the terrorists, because the terrorists are more fortified, are more technically and intelligence-wise advanced than the Nigerian state. What does that simply suggest? I am not the one not telling that the Nigerian system has failed, but a presiding and a sitting governor attest to that fact. That's why some people will be start nailing me and crucifying me to the cross. But in as much as we continue to live in denial, this thing will continue to stare at us. And how do you expect, of course, that the election that is almost dominating the Nigerian sphere, which the media space we hold, when even the life or the security of the supposed citizens are not guaranteed? Even the instruments of the state, of course, the first men are losing their lives. I told you I lost a relative in that unfortunate incident. You see, these are men, and he has about 4 children, of course, who are left to mourn him. And even the government he fought for and died for cannot cater for them. They will not become a burden to the, of course, dependents and other relatives.
Okay, let's look at
it's very unfortunate.
Moshood Abiola Stadium, the attacks on whoever, the DSS has said that the IPOB is responsible for such attacks. What will you say about that?
For which attack?
After the stadium, the onlookers, those in the stadium went on rampage. I don't know if you saw that video.
Well, I think the fundamental issue is that we have had a successive government within the Nigerian system that first to take responsibility of failure, for failing, of course, to deliver on their mandates, electoral mandates, and the obligation to the people, as, of course, recognized by the said constitution, which, of course, is a flawless constitution, as rightly expressed by a constitutional lawyer of emeritus. In that respect, that Nigerian constitution is a failed constitution, an illegitimate constitution.
What can we do to change things now? Because I see that this issue is becoming worse. By the day. Nigerians are losing it.
I am not in support of anything that would take the life of any individual, whether on the part of the military security architecture personnel or the so-called civilians. Of recent, you know that there have been denial that, of course, the police will not protest, and finally they did. They said that they are protecting, the police force are protecting, or police personnel are protecting their fundamental right. I said, what kind of madness? So you recognize that as a policeman, you have a fundamental right that needed to be protected, and of course, attention be given, priority be given. While you resort and you take pleasure in intimidating and bullying the so-called citizens who are expressing the same fundamental rights, who are expressing their grievances and dissatisfaction of this fair system through protests. You were mobilized, of course, to intimidate them, to bully them, to kill them. And now it is your turn to seek fight for your rights. May the God of heaven punish those people. They will never go unpunished. And do you feel happy that nobody intimidated you in the course of expressing your civic rights? You see? Because your arrears or whatever was not paid. And people, the Nigerian people who have been deprived, who have been subjugated, who has been denied even the right to live, the right to basic amenities. You see? Which is the right of every citizen. And one of them will come here and tell you that he will die for Nigeria. And cannot tell the world what he has benefited in his 35 or 40, he should be in his middle 40s. I know he's older than me. By physical examination.
Some Nigerians are funny. Like,
I cannot tell the world one thing he has benefited.
From an oil-rich nation.
For an oil-rich nation. The largest oil-producing country in the world. A youth of his kind cannot tell the world that he benefited free education or healthcare system or whatever that is living large or of course is well taken care of.
Even loan that you pay.
Or you have been granted loan to facilitate business, small scale business or what? Probably he might be unemployed because if you are working and you have nothing to show for it, you are relatively unemployed. And I wouldn't relate that to Flip TV. I know that I have caused so many problems.
Thank you very much.
And I expect to cause more in order to solve problems.
Yeah,
and the only problem, of course, I deem necessary now is to call for referendum.
Okay.
Because we cannot continue to live in denial. Having been surrounded by the likes of David and Oluwa, who are ready, of course, to take the. Am I under arrest? Am I safe? But whatever happens, but the truth is that we have a fair system, which can no longer guarantee the life and property of the supposed citizens. God bless you.
Mr. David, good morning.
Chigozendibo.
Good morning, Mr. David.
Mr. Nchuku. A very wonderful morning.
Let's not.
A very wonderful morning. No. Let's observe the 1 minute silence for the Nigerians that lost their life. May their gentle soul rest in peace.
Tinubu cancelled his colloquium yesterday to honor, as you are honoring them. So he cancelled his colloquium yesterday to honor the lives of those victims.
He should have forged ahead with it. He should have come out publicly and told Nigerians nonsense. If you see whether that Lagos hotel won't be burnt. Thank God he had that wisdom, he had that initiative to have cancelled that. And now, to my greatest surprise, Oshibajo claimed to be a man of God. Oshibajo is the man. He's not a man of God. Oshibajo is the man. Oshibajo said he was not aware that bandits attract train. He said he just got information.
The vice president.
Yeah, the vice president said he got information as of yesterday on his way to attend Tinubu's colloquium. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, yesterday was Tuesday.
Yesterday was Tuesday. On Monday. Now, if me I could get information on Monday, an ordinary citizen like me, are you telling me that the president would not be aware of such incidents? You got information on Monday, didn't you? All the media houses got information on Monday. So if the media house, the number 2 person in the country, is not telling Nigerians that he got information as of yesterday.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
On his way to Ashiwaju birthday
colloquium
celebration or what? Because Tinubu cancelled it. People were on standby to cause havoc. Yeah, that was why he had to cancel it. Nigerians were what? Raining curses on him on social media. That was why he had to cancel it. He had no option. So telling us he just for him to respect those They lost their life. It's a lie. You know that if he had forged ahead without his birthday, whatever, this wouldn't have all gone well. He knew because where the nation is leading, you are there celebrating birthday. That was why Oshibajo had to turn. That was why Oshibajo had to turn back. He was apologized, but Oshibajo coming to tell Nigerians that he got to know that was bandits bomb train as of yesterday. Doesn't make sense.
Let's look at the reaction of Amici.
See, Mr. Kwechuku, Mr. Christian. Now, why is it that when there is a problem, APC governments will never acknowledge they failed the government? They have never, APC will never one day acknowledge that they failed the government. Now they are not linking. Yesterday, Nigeria played match, and Nigeria could not secure the World Cup ticket. And now DSS is now blaming the pitch invasion on IPOB. Doesn't make sense.
Sometimes I wonder if we have sane people in our system.
There are not sane people here. Imagine DSS being used as tools.
And when they dish out these reports, I don't know how they look at what they say.
I see that. It doesn't make sense. DSS coming out to tell Nigerians that IPOB invaded the MKO Agola's pitch yesterday. Angry Nigerians invaded it for the IPOB. Everything that happens in the country. Why should you always attach IPOB? There's no light, you blame IPOB. There's no food, you blame IPOB. What is the nexus between IPOB? Is IPOB managing the economy of this country?
They knew that the president had an intention of attending the match yesterday.
That was president, may as it be. See, either way around, if the president attend the match or not. But the matter is that at that point, Nigeria has failed to qualify for World Cup.
That's what
now angry viewers that want to watch the match invaded the pitch. So there's no nexus between IPOB and those that invaded the pitch. DSS claimed to be secret police. They should not be used as tools to this stupid government. I'm surprised. What is the need? Now you can see every sector is dying, even the sports sector. Look at everything. For the first time in 2006,
connected to Buhari's government.
For the first time, see, they said when the righteous is in power, the people rejoice. But when the wicked is on the throne, the people suffer. Buhari himself is a bad luck. For the first time in 2006, Nigeria has been going to the World Cup. The last time he called the Super Eagles, those one lost. Now again, Nigeria could not go to World Cup again. Now, and are you telling me money has not been budgeted for the sport ministry? See, naturally, Buhari is a bad luck. Naturally, Buhari is a bad luck. If not so, for the first time in 2006, we've been going to World Cup. We've been going to. Every sector has been crippled.
Last time doctors on strike.
Now they are telling us that IPOB invaded MKO Abiola pitch. DSS, are you people stupid?
You asked a question.
Yes, are they stupid? Why would them come out with such allegation that IPOB invaded MKO Abiola pitch yesterday? It shows that the people are not happy with the situation of things in Nigeria. It doesn't make sense. Let the truth be told. IPOB was not on the pitch. Nigerians went to view the match. Nigeria did not get tickets. Now you're not blaming the pitch invasion on what IPOB. Let's go and secure the railway. Yes.
There was an attack this morning.
Now why didn't DSS get information that what bandits would bomb Abuja Kaduna train? It is only IPOB matter they get information for. Only IPOB. Why didn't they get the information that bandits want to bomb train?
I said there was an attack this morning.
Let the attack. Let that continue. Everybody suffering. Everyone that is supporting APC now is a foolish person. Yes. Oluwa, yes. Everyone supporting APC now, they are foolish. And this way the country is going now. My brother, what is the hope of the Nigerian man? Sports, we cannot qualify. There's unemployment. Now, the monument. Now, I mean, said something yesterday. What did he say?
Say 3 billion. We need to put some things in place.
Now, that bomb, that killing should is something that is very much avoidable if there were tractors, CCTV, surveillance that could monitor these trains and
digital security
equipment. Now, government have budgeted money for that. Why can't Amechi disburse the money? And federal government promised that every time train is what moving from Abuja to Kaduna or what? See, if the train is moving towards from Abuja to Kaduna, Air Force will be on the air, surveillance will be on the air, so at least assist them. Where are all the promises? Where are all these promises? You abandon them, and now a girl, Chinelo, they were supposed to travel out yesterday. Travel out on Friday. She's dead because of the what inability of this government. What I'm saying is that incompetency is a straight bullet. It can hit anybody. Incompetence. It's a straight bullet. So if you are here coming to promote government, you might be hit as well. I might be hit as well. Yes, competency of the government. So please, whatever we say here, let us not defend bad government. Enough is enough. We cannot continue like this, whereby the people whereby nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. Everybody is here looking on how to live for themselves. Why should you blame IPOB for the yesterday field invasion? There was no link. The SS has been used as tools. Mr. President, look at our economy now. How far and how way is our economy going? What is the hope of every common man on the streets? Is my life straight? Is my life safe? No. Over 900 million youths are unemployed. What are we saying?
Over 90 million.
Sorry. Over 90 million youths are unemployed. 90 million youths. What is the hope of the common man on the streets? Walk up, that should give us joy.
Yeah.
You see how angry everybody is yesterday?
It affected everybody.
It is affecting every sector. Every sector has people. Every sector has people.
And the government
now, see, 309 passengers were on that train. Now, former trade union secretary was on the train. He's dead. One prominent, about 5 prominent Nigerians
MBT director
were on the train. See them. They were on the train. What is the function of every government? You are here telling us, like Mohammed is telling us that was Nigeria is even more secured now. That is what he's telling.
I saw the report.
That is, you have the country to tell us that Nigeria is more secure now. Like Mohammed should be ashamed of himself. One day, he will be catch in this trap. His family too will be affected. That's what I said. Anyone promoting bad government, their family would go down for it. Their lives will be paid for it because of now. Who's next? It might be anybody. Tomorrow, attack might be in Lagos. Attack might be in Lagos. It is what? It might come. So please, that's what I said. Incompetency. It's a straight bullet. It might hit anyone that is supporting bad government.
What are the lessons we need to learn from all this?
Lessons we need to be learned that now we should not be. Now everybody now should be on their toes. 2023, we should come out en masse and protest. This is becoming unbearable. That thing it is affordable. Just because of money. And even you put everything in place, those people wouldn't have lost their life. But there was no CCTV. And you know the situation of the present country. You know the situation of present country. You know the situation. It is bad. Government need to wake up. We are tired of all this. Yes, talk say. How much could you have budgeted to purchase a surveillance camera that will monitor these people? How much is it? Now you are putting the lives of every Nigerians on trial. On trial. My brother, It is time for revolution. We cannot continue like this.
Thank you very much. I have Mr. I have Oluwawan, what do you have to say? The way things are going, Nigerians are not happy. The way things are going.
Nigeria are not happy now, but Nigeria know that the situation is bad. The situation is bad. Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is a cripple. A cripple. It's like a disaster came. Nigeria's money. They are so rest in peace.
The soul of who?
The one that lost their life in a train bombing accident.
Would we always say media? So why can't we
But
prevent?
Nigeria is going to be tearing now.
Why can't we prevent all these things?
Yes, because now there's problem in Nigeria. Nigeria is a country of division of labor. They are divided, so they are killing in different parts of Nigeria, most especially the northern part. They have taken that place. It's like the Islamic State of Africa have taken that place. But they are massacring now. Can you imagine if they say train inside airport? Terrorists, sorry.
There's COVID-19. There's COVID-19.
Sorry for the bonfire. You see, terrorists attack international airport in Kaduna. Terrorists. When we are watching film in those days, when you say terrorists attack, terrorists come in a mafian way, in a devilish manner, would come like military. They will take over the area. So Nigeria is not a freedom to where you have film freely. And now today you are hearing another bomb blow in a train crash in Kaduna. I mean, why they want to kill Nigeria like that? Where is the president and where is the military? And so the military now. Now today, I'm talking to you now. They are marching in the tunnel of the train. They are trying to be kind like a big boy. And when situation has happened, they are killing Nigeria. They have destroyed Nigeria. Where is the military? Where is the defensive? Is Nigeria now a Tata nation? It's a failure to the president and the government of APC.
Some are saying that the president should resign.
He had to resign automatically before they go to the election. He had to go home because they are killing people unnecessarily. And Nigeria can never afford to be happy with the kind of unnecessary demonic attitude. It's bad. The government failed the test on the motherfucking home. The Buhari government led by APC, they are fucker.
Are you blaming APC or Buhari?
APC, Buhari, two of them are one. They are fucker, they are sucker. They suck Nigeria blood. And now it's time for them to leave and go home. They stay with us no more and we respect them no more. They are for your government. So no peace for their life because they allow us not to have peace, and they will can never have peace forevermore in their life.
Okay. Yesterday's match, there was a rancor in the field. People ran into the field and started destroying things. Did you watch it, Abi?
I don't watch that side. I don't watch after the end of the cinema. I go and fucking home. But I was hearing that when they were fighting after some time, they're violent.
Yes, I say.
What happened there? They were fighting.
Wow. Yes, I say IPOB is because of.
Who says so?
Yes.
They say today the language.
Yeah.
Say what happened there was IPOB. That's a rotten statement. When you say statement is rotten, why will you come above the seam of the motherfucking air and tell the whole world the lie that never came to pass? Because you fuck up every time. DSS, who is DSS? DSS is an organization of zero. DSS, as I know DSS of yesterday, not today, the intelligent unit of the Nigeria police, they are mafia, they go underground to something. But today it's not political. It's not political today. Why you go say Apple? People boys are angry. They are not qualified and walk up. They scatter everywhere. They say, oh no, woman, we don't do anything. How? Why the fuck? See, don't make a statement out of statement because you want to grow. You will not grow. You will die. GSI will perish.
Thank you very much. I have Mr. Lucky. Good morning, Mr. Lucky. It's unfortunate that we are hearing this news this morning. IPOB is responsible for the vandalization of Moshood Abiola Stadium.
Abel, don't be annoyed. Can you bring this up? Don't be annoyed. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. Edo can never be Lagos. Edo can never be Abuja. I cry, I feel like crying. Send me this money with suit. My brother.
You look like a DSS official.
My brother, DSS. You hear DSS name again? Nigeria. What are the youth doing? This is the time. We first started yesterday for that stadium. Just started yesterday. My name is Lucky. My name is Lucky Ayaguna. I don't know in Lagos. I can never be Abuja and Lagos. Thank you, viewers who are watching us and Nigeria's people. Everybody is angry. Why? Yesterday, two attack to Nigeria. Yesterday, two attack. My brother, two attack. Two attack
this morning.
Oh no. Let me tell you the attack. Let me tell you the attack.
This morning.
Let me tell you the attack. Ghana was attacking us for one side. Boko Haram was attacking us on the other side. Hey, yesterday, can Ghana come to Nigeria, slap us, beat us, and disgrace us in our home? Why Boko Haram was doing their own, destroying a whole railway line which Buhari, Amechi, Lai Mohammed are using to deceive Nigeria. No security, no DSS, no DSS saw it, no army man saw it, and they are requesting for salary. It's a disgrace to this government. It's a shame. All the things they were jubilating. Let me tell you, the quantity of people that died just 7 years are more than 2 million Nigerians have died. No war, we are dying like chicken. Yesterday it was two attacks. Ghana was attacking us for one side, Boko Haram was attacking us for the other side. Yesterday. So, my brother, that anger yesterday was a result of frustration. That match supposed not to play in Abuja first. That match because God has caused Abuja people, caused the leadership in Abuja. God Almighty has caused them that nothing will work until this government leave government. Leave the power. That's why I see that anger yesterday. Our first they try. Because the man there is a slow man. The man is dead man. The man is frustrated.
Which man?
The man is so wrong. And the team, they were waiting yesterday to use that football to deceive the Nigerian people. But God said, no, you people are not doing the right. How can you be shedding blood?
But they blamed IPOB for the attack.
Which IPOB? Hey! IPOB. DSS blame IPOB.
Yeah,
let me tell you. They were lucky yesterday that match couldn't play in Lagos. If that match had played in Lagos State, all the footballer and the officials could hear it. So the previous one that be losing Lagos and be beating Lagos is that IPOB. I want to ask a question. Who's leading DSS mandate? It's a Fulani. Everything Fulani blame the South or Southeast. What concerns IPOB with football? Are they happy? Nigerians are not happy. Imagine bringing free buses, taking the people to National Stadium to go and share them. But when they lose, all the bus disappear. The fans were using leg to go. What do you expect them to do? You should know the frustration of Nigeria. Most of them did not eat yesterday. They were in stadium watching. Getting to stadium at the end, Nigeria lose. What do you expect? Two attack yesterday, two attack. One Boko Haram was attacking, shedding blood. Another one, Ghana was attacking us.
Okay, according to you.
Yeah? Okay? I think Ghana attack us.
We played well.
We played well because you know why? God have cost the leadership of Abuja people. God have cost them. Because you know why? How can you enter power for 7 years? The quantity of blood that they have shared, more than 2 million. 2 million under the Buhari have died like chickens because in the name of sharing blood. Bandits. Well, let me tell you, Boko Haram have designed different way of attacking Nigerians. We are here. We are campaigning 2023. We have not solved the work we have even taken. And Nigeria are watching like mumus.
Nigeria watching like mumus.
Are we not watching? Boko Haram attacked the first day, attacked yesterday, attacked this morning. The bandits enter our airport. They went to airport. With 200 minutes at the airport, but no SSS, no police, no army. Every minute when attack happen, president will summon chief. The office, they will drink tea. Say, deal with them. Who are they? Deal with them. Who are they? And our taxpayer money, which as they carry fight, they work out, no work, nothing. Then they will use this money to be paying those army. Army will sit for barrack. Go to China. Army, China are farming. They're inside farm, making food for the nation to eat. Our army are in barrack. See them. And they'll be telling us to pay them with money. Police will say they don't have no weapon. They don't have motors. We are blaming IPOB. Who are in East?
There's one thing Tinubu did yesterday. He cancelled his birthday.
Tinubu?
Yeah.
What concerns Tinubu? If he like do his birthday, if he like celebrate his birthday, that man is old. He's the one that caused this problem for us.
And I don't think so. He's not the one that caused it.
Listen, how can you say you don't like good luck? You like bad luck.
No,
bad luck has me.
No, Buhari.
No. Who brought Buhari? Who campaign against good luck? Who said good luck is not good? How can you see good and bad? I choose bad. Today, Buhari is the Messiah. Today, he's a retired military man. When he just sitting there, lame man. Oh my goodness, Nigerians are angry. They are angry.
What's the way forward, Mr. Lord?
Way forward is that this government to pack the load and go.
How?
This remaining years, if Nigeria don't take time, Nigeria will be dying like chicken for the road. Already we are dying. Let me tell you, Ukraine, which bomb is rolling, every minute to Ukraine. There is water. Hospital is still busy, but go and see our hospital. Nobody there. We never see bombo. We never see bombo. Nigerians are dying like chicken. What a bomb come? Ghana came yesterday. Listen, what all our actors, all our footballers, old stars, musicians, they pack them for feed. They bribe them. Oh yeah, they give South Africa. We didn't hear to suffer. Ghana went there and then look at them and say, look, I will disgrace you here. I will beat you here. And Ghana beat us.
Ghana did not beat us.
Go. Listen to me. I'm coming. Listen, one. Listen to me.
Why is God like?
Why Nigeria don't qualify?
No, you say no aggregate.
He said 1-1. Why they don't qualify? Gen of Africa. Our president, me at the hungry here, he carry money to go give Ukraine. At the hungry here, with the hungry, president they go do favor to that country.
Okay.
Is it good?
Thank you very much.
Good?
Thank you, Mr. Lucky.
APC, go! Bye-bye. Fellow people.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, you can see the way people are talking about what is going on in the country. What do you think? With the attacks, what lessons can Nigerians learn from these attacks?
Anyway, thank you very much. You see, the attack is an unfortunate incident. In the first instance, terrorism is a global phenomenon. I remember in UK when the Catholic-backed IRA, Irish Republican Army, it took British government, a war power, 18 years to defeat IRA. These are things that are on record. The people have just been economical with truth by narrowing everything to Nigeria. Now, this government came and met the crisis, this terrorism issue on ground. The government has done its own, and government is continuing. The area where they have decimated Boko Haram led to the hydra-headed monster
called banditry, which have even wreaked havoc more in the north than in the south. Now, if we are going to be objective and we are going to be our brother's keeper, we are supposed to even feel for those Nigerians that are in the other side of the Niger that are being killed every day. So it's not about, it's something that collectively we can work it out. It's not about because my man is not in power today. Whoever is here, we must run the person down. It's not done like that. Where we go, Nigeria will remain. And one thing I know, this spirit of patriotism that is dying among Nigerians is self-inflicted. I have been to Ghana.
By who?
By Nigerians themselves.
How?
Thank you. Now, when Buhari took over, people have rights to support or don't support him. It's their political right for you not to support Buhari. And if Buhari did not give appointment in the way that some people feel, I don't think that should cause for war. Strategically, you go back and plot how you will remove him through election. After all, when Jonathan didn't give Yoruba appointment in court, they went to the drawing board and removed him democratically, not by carrying up arms and killing people.
You have your turn.
Life is very, very precious. No matter how, life is sacred. If you kill somebody because you want a republic, when you get the republic, on whose people? On the blood of innocent people. So the issue is whether people like it or not. If Nigerians want Jonathan, those that are saying they want him, he's a Nigerian.
Okay.
Let him come back and contest election. If he wins, he will go back to power. And if he loses, we are discussing now. So the issue is we should not be eating the polity. We should not be encouraging bloodshed. There is nobody's ambition. That is what the blood.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When you have injustice,
Yes.
where it prevails, don't you think that people will want to agitate?
Thank you.
And that will lead to hitting the politics.
Thank you. In 1994, many people that are talking now are babies there. Abacha took over power. He constituted provisional ruling council.
No.
That is the highest ruling body of the military. When Abacha constituted it, it is on record. Chief Ganifa Wehimi took Abacha to court that Abacha has violated the constitution of Nigeria, that the ruling council of this country should embody, is an embodiment of all sections, and that the Southeast had been left out. What did Abacha do? Knowing that federal government will lose that case, he quickly brought in Commodore Alice Madueke and made him chief of naval staff. These things are on record.
Yeah.
Lagos has been cheated for years through VAT and many things. When Murtala Mohammed created Abuja, he said that Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Kaduna will be special centers of development.
Okay.
Federal government did not do anything to Lagos. What did Lagos do? Yoruba did not take up arms. Oshibajo, this present vice president, took federal government to court. They would have won the case, but it was on technical ground they lost the case. They said that it shouldn't, Oshibajo, Lagos State government shouldn't have joined federal government, should have sued Federal Inland Revenue Service. It was based on that judgment. Immediately after that judgment, Yaradua released the seized fund of Lagos State. And because of that, Lagos State was not willing to pursue the case.
I just want to,
Then Wike took up the matter recently, and Lagos State supported him on the issue of VAT. So sometimes many things that people kill themselves for,
why is it injustice?
Are something injustice. It depends.
In the polity.
What is in the injustice? The Constitution of Nigeria today says the president shall appoint ministers across 36 states.
Okay.
The Constitution didn't say that the president must appoint
service chiefs from all the zones. If Buhari likes, he can make his son chief of army staff, make the daughter chief of naval staff. Constitution didn't say that he shouldn't do that. He has not broken any law. So when you now say there is injustice, that injustice.
Maybe I should have asked the question: is there injustice in Nigeria?
Thank you. If there is injustice in Nigeria, the injustice is about the rich and the poor. It is not about ethnic group. All the people that are here, if anybody has offended them from the north, if they go to the police station, the police will arrest the person, whether it's a northerner or a Yoruba, anybody. I stand to be corrected. Now, a country where you have all your rights as citizens, you cannot claim you are experiencing injustice. Injustice is only when you have the rich. When they commit crime, they will hide under the law, hire better lawyers. At the end of the day, they will get life sentence. So the injustice we face essentially is between the elite and the masses. But the elite are misleading the masses by religionizing everything and ethnicizing it. When somebody steals, he steals for his family. By the time he's caught, they will say they are persecuting me. They are persecuting me because I'm Yoruba, I'm Igbo. Whereas you stole for your family, not for the Yorubas. So what people should understand, if there is injustice, there are constitutional means of correcting this.
Let's look at IPOB, how the government has dealt with the issue of IPOB.
The issue of IPOB, in the first instance, I am not in support of the earlier stance of government by clamping down on them. When they came on board and they were demonstrating, it's a democratic right to demonstrate. If we were to be under military, it would be taken as treason. But this is democracy. That's why people die, for us to enjoy democracy. But the high-handedness of government, that is the same thing that led to Boko Haram.
And they interpreted it as injustice.
Now, if they interpreted it as injustice, yes, the court is here to remedy it. Of recent, I read some people that were held in prison and released for being member of IPOB. The court found them to be innocent. So, but the issue is, anything you do, and you do it outside the court of law, you are bringing anarchy.
Okay.
And by the time you take up arms, there are two ways. Either you win or you lose. It took South Sudan 27 years to fight with shedding of blood for them to get independence. It took Eritrea 25 years to fight for them to get independence. I can mention other countries. If we now believe that we want to shed blood, so be it. But this Nigeria contraction that we are,
you call Nigeria a contraction?
It's a contraction.
Okay.
Because British joined people that were not compatible together. But at the Lancaster House in 1953, Chief Awolowo raised the motion that you are joining people that are not ethnically, religiously compatible. That let us put a secession clause in the constitution so that any of the three that feel that he or she, it cannot continue, it cannot continue, we opt out. Immediately, Chief Awolowo raised this motion in Lancaster House in London. Ahmadu Bello supported him, but Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe said no. Nigeria Federation should be like that of America. Nnamdi Azikiwe of NCNC. That is indissolubility and indivisibility of Nigeria. Now the British, because they experimented with Nigeria, South was generating the resources with which they run the whole country. And they don't want North to be another Niger Republic because the North favor British rule. They were looking for a loophole. Since the three leaders could not, they debated for 2 days. Awolowo cited countries like Australia. Azikiwe cited America. At the end of the day, because of the British inherent interest in one indivisible Nigeria, they supported Azikiwe stand, and secession clause was not put into the constitution. And that is why now, if anybody wants to opt out of Nigeria today, you must be ready to fight your ass out. And then you should also think of the war power. If you don't have war power, that's why I laughed when the IPOB were fighting. If they had listened to Voice of Reason, when Shoneko was alive, that man sat over the British highest conglomerate in Africa. That is UAC. That man was knighted by Queen of England.
Okay.
Those are the caliber of people that could present your case before the world. If you fight today, who will recognize your currency? Palestinian is not a country today because the more powerful countries did not recognize Palestine. So people that are saying they will fight, I wish them the best.
Lastly, talk about the 2023 elections. What is happening today? What can you tell Nigerians? Like, what should we do with the things that we are experiencing?
Thank you. You see, Nigeria is blessed with high number of intellectuals and technocrats. But the way our presidency is today, the best 11 among Yoruba will not be there. The best 11 among Hausa will not be there. The best 11 among the Igbo will not be there. Before you can be Nigerian president, you must have the name, the resources, the connections. Unfortunately, this our democracy is a nascent one. It's a young democracy. It will take us time when people are sufficiently educated and enlightened, when they can say this is the person we want. As it is today, the heavyweights will win in PDP, heavyweights will win in APC. Between the two heavyweights, one will win. But one thing is this: Nigeria can only elect leaders that reflect them on their own. According to Plato, you choose leader that is your own reflection. In 1979, BBC analyzed the 5 presidential candidates and gave it to Awolowo that this guy is the best candidate to rule Nigeria. But he didn't win election. Obasanjo said it that the best candidate may not win, and he didn't win. We voted for Shagari, and within 4 years, all the goodies that Obasanjo did, Shagari squandered everything. Now, we are on the journey again. The best candidates now, they don't have the means. But because the people themselves are corrupt, go to private school, 90% of them, they do exam malpractice. I am a principal of a school. I know what parents are asking us to do. When parents themselves are corrupt, you now blame everything on the police. The people are corrupt, then they are bound to elect corrupt leaders.
The leaders are a reflection.
It's a reflection. The leader you choose is your reflection. And that's why I thank God for Anambra. At least, if I told somebody, I served in Anambra State, in Chikoka local government, Abagana. Now, if the person that is there now is an intellectual person, if he's able to turn that place, it will send a signal to other parts of the country that look, go and pick your best. Once you can pick your best, everything will turn around. We will get there.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I need to get your contact, sir. Good morning. I need to get your contact, sir. Let me get your contact.
It's a very nice one.
I bet may I talk. All these lies. They told us 2020 that nobody was shot at Lekki Gate. Look at them talking. With their what? Oratory rendition. Because they can speak motivationally, they will turn justice into injustice. Somebody is telling us that terrorism in Nigeria is not the first time. You remember for us, IRA, Irish Republican what? Army, that is trying to secede from UK. Since I know them, Ireland, Republic of Ireland, Belfast, Dublin, they want to separate from UK. That's why you have IRA attack in the UK in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. He's telling us another thing. See, there are many supporters of Buhari in Nigeria. Today, listen to me. Listen and listen good. No, listen and listen good. Christian, listen to good. Listen and listen good to me. I don't come here to pray. Did you listen to pranks on anybody.
I'm asking a question.
I don't come here to derogate anybody. I don't derogate anybody. I don't bring down anybody. If anybody doesn't have respect for me, I don't.
Ask you a question.
No, wait. Listen.
Ask you a question.
No, can I ask you a question?
Now I'm the one to ask you.
No, but I'm the one to ask you.
No, you're not the one to ask me.
Why don't you allow us to speak freely?
I should ask you.
You don't
I'm
allow
not
us to
stopping you
speak
from
freely here.
speaking.
See, some
I'm not
people's
stopping you
interest
from
in the
speaking.
office might be
No,
maintained,
no,
but
no.
the day shall come.
No, no.
Me,
Mr. Raphael,
Chicos there and the rest,
did
we
you
will leave this
listen to
platform.
him?
You will invite liars
Did you
come to promote this platform.
Did you listen to him?
No, I listen to him. Oh no, I don't have ears. I don't have 2 ears. Let me flow free to my people. People are listening to him. People are listening
No,
to
I'm
me.
the anchor here.
This
so-
guy,
No,
this
I
guy,
need to-
this
I
guy,
need to- I
this
need
guy
to-
said, he made a statement. He made a
I need
statement.
to- I need
This
to-
guy said that Jonathan along. Igbo man was there. Benjuma was there. The whole houses, mid-bed, they were there. Yorubas, they were there. We were working as a strong country. One nation. This man, Jonathan, came. He followed from where Yaradua stopped. Jonathan carried everybody along. Jonathan did not offend anybody. Yoruba man has never come out one day and tell us here. Jonathan did not. He's a line Yoruba. No. The man, he has office at Alausa. This man that spoke here this morning, he's working for APC. He just come here to change whatever we are doing here. See, let me tell you, I don't fear anybody. If he feels that he knows more than us, we would have debated as
he has had his own opinion.
Debate is allowed.
You need to do your
But I'm
own
saying my own opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion I'm saying is that Obasanjo, Chief Obasanjo, Yaradua, Umaru Yaradua, and Jonathan, these three regimes, they outperformed APC regime, this current regime, by 2,500%, if I'm to score them.
Okay.
Buhari came and sidelined the whole southern Nigeria.
No, he did not.
Okay, no.
Did not sideline the whole
Okay,
southern Nigeria.
can you answer me? Did he carry Yoruba along? No. This man said his annoyance was that Jonathan did not carry Yoruba along. Is Buhari carrying Yoruba along?
No, I will not join issues with you.
No, you don't need to join.
What I heard,
the point is
what
there.
I heard is very what you heard.
I heard outrightly what everybody heard.
So
what I heard is what this guy heard. This guy heard it. You are here. Or Christian, let us forget about sentiment.
Who is the
Let's forget about
who is the leader House of Rep?
House of Rep. Kwajamila is from Southwest.
He's not
Thank
Yoruba
you.
man.
Okay, now he's not Yoruba man. Do you know how many houses are in this? No, now let me now number them now. Yoruba man, right? Tell me another Yoruba man. Femi Adesina. Is there another Yoruba?
The Constitution.
No, is there another Yoruba?
He said he left the Southwest out. I'm mentioning people that are in his government.
He said he didn't include Yorubas. He said he sidelined them. I had it. Play it. Let's hear.
Buhari.
No, play it.
Buhari.
No,
Buhari's
no,
government. The Buhari government sidelined the Yorubas.
Thank you so much. He sidelines Yorubas. Ask me why.
Right.
Yemi Ochibanjo on appointment. A vice president, it is the president that can appoint, that appoints his
You have to
vice.
for yourself.
Wait,
I didn't
listen.
listen.
Bajamila, House of Rep, Speaker Abi. Tell me another Yoruba man. Femi Adesina. Tell me another Yoruba man. I can't tell you. Tell me another Yoruba man that is in this government now.
If I tell you Yoruba man, you calm down.
I will take it. I will tell our viewers, we are here for the interest of the
Minister of
people.
Interior.
Okay, Minister of Interior is Aregbechola.
Who is Minister of Works?
Minister of Works. Minister of Fachola.
Are they Igbo?
No, wait now, wait.
You said if I tell you, calm down. I told you to.
I'm not coming down. I'm not coming down. Oh, okay.
Why are you not coming down?
Okay, wait.
I told you to.
Wait, let's stay. How many Hausas are in this regime? Can we name it? Our time will be what? Exhausted.
Let's look at the issue.
Okay, let's go forward. Let's go forward. We are not here to play injustice.
What is your take? What's your take? What's your take on the attacks that we have experienced now? The Kaduna attack. What's your take?
Well, I'm always on the side of justice and the equity. What happened yesterday, we debated it here early in the morning before the game kicked off. That is attack from Ghana kicked off in the evening time. Then, what was not made known to us was the Boko Haram or bandit attacks on the rail track, which of course we know information could have reached us by what? The Department of State Security Service, DSS. It is their own job. It is their own functionality to tell the entire populace or Nigerians, look, this is what the bandits are planning ahead. They didn't tell us. What DSS is telling the whole world now is that the protests at National Stadium yesterday, because Ghana beat Nigeria, was carried out and orchestrated by the IPOB.
Yeah.
Indigenous people of Biafra has no business when Ghana beat Nigeria silly yesterday. Ghana beat Nigeria, pardon Nigeria silly. It is 2-1.
What is the score?
It is 2-1.
1-1.
Thank you. Any away match goal, any away goal scored outside your soil, your country is counted as 2.
So
it is counted as 2.
The score line is 1-1.
It's counted 2.
You said
it is 2-1.
You said Ghana beat Nigeria silly.
Thank you. 2-1.
That silly.
2-1. 2-1. In Kumasi it was 0-0. At cost Abuja National Stadium is a cost. Abuja Stadium is cost.
Yes,
Abuja has drunk blood. Abuja has drunk enough blood of the Southerners, enough blood of the Northerners. And let me tell you, probably boldly, that somebody that is innocent is being detained at the DSS facility in Abuja today. And nobody is saying anything. That man that's come to talk rubbish and silly things here could not say the right thing that the whole world will buy into. He's saying all that he has been saying here to satisfy his selfish interests. Why is it that anytime we play match in the southern Nigeria, Nigeria is going to win? Is that not spelled out enough definition to all of you that North is a caste? No, it's a true definition of a caste land. Abuja, Brazil play us first time there. Brazil beat Nigeria silly. True or false? Think now.
The word silly.
Argentina beat us.
I studied English language.
Okay, study English.
The word silly. The word silly is
when there's too much margin of goals.
7-0.
Thank you. I know.
What I'm
no, but you see, Argentina, Brazil defeated us. They beat us silly. Listen, okay, listen and listen good. Listen and listen good. We went to Ghana. We played with Ghana in Ghana. We narrowly escaped victory. Beaten, lost. Narrowly. Now Ghana came to Nigeria and scored us first. 2-0. One goal in Nigeria here from Ghana is 2-0. That is the rule. It's a rule within the game of that round object called ball. The round object game. If your opponent beats you at your home, 2. That's the rule. So when I'm using the word silly, I know what I'm saying. Okay? I read English, you read English. Nigeria was beaten silly yesterday by Ghana. Black Star of Ghana. And that was how it was in the 80s. I quoted that here yesterday, early in the morning. I said, whosoever did his homework well, God will support him. God will support him. And actually, you see the Black Star. They prepared well. And they beat us silly. We lost. Boko Haram divided the rail track from Kaduna to Abuja into 2 with dynamite or whatever devices they use. And that train was carrying over 997 passengers.
No, 386 passengers.
No. I saw. No.
Let me read that. Let me read that.
No, it passed.
Let me read that.
I saw.
Should I read it
it's on the paper. This is
398 passengers.
Nigeria media.
362 validated for the trip.
Okay.
Look at it. 398 passengers bought ticket.
Okay.
360. The people in there.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Not over 900.
Okay. We enter media. Listen. What they quoted here is an official figure.
Where do you get your information from?
Official figure. Phoenix. Up the minute. Scooper.
They said 900.
997.
No.
Didn't you hear that Dr. Chinelo died? The girl that is billed
No.
to
The
travel.
number.
The number is 900 and something passengers. This is media role.
No, that is fake news.
No, that's not fake. They are being economical with us.
NRC
Nigeria Railway Corporation
came out with an official statement.
It is a lie.
They are lying.
They are lying. Look at
when is it who?
Have we finished?
Which when?
Asorok, the office of the presidency, is lying. Who is NRC managing director that he should not lie? It is only God that doesn't lie. No, wait. It is only God that doesn't lie. I'm not misquoting anything.
The victims confirmed the number. People in there confirmed the number.
Thank you, sir. My opinion, from where I got my own source, Phoenix, Scooper. More than that, thank you. Let us continue. Media plays their role. Media houses.
No, this one I confirmed it. No, even I understand what you are saying. I confirmed it's up to 900.
Thank you so much. One of Nigeria carrier, this passenger plane, aircraft, crashed in Ifo. Channel television reported it. Federal government grabbed Channel television that they have committed. Thank you. That they don't commit abomination. Why must they go and announce it? They ban them. They ask me why. Government officials, agencies, let me tell you, all of them, they are lying to you and I on daily basis. There is nothing like truth that comes out from there. If you check that passenger train, that is like from here to that, where this road intercepts Wemco Road. Okay, very long. 997 passengers. I'm telling you, Phoenix will not tell you a lie. Phoenix, maybe is American information giant. You understand, media giant. They cannot tell you a lie. Let us go ahead. Let me tell you, after bandits blowing this rail track, do you understand me? We are now asking questions. Why? Department of State Secret Service, DSS. Do you understand? Not get the wind up that Boko Haram is about attacking Nigeria Railway Corporation. But DSS, they get the wind up, the intel that IPOB is about to disrupt match in Abuja Stadium. Is IPOB the cause of the defeats we suffered yesterday on the Ghanaians? Ghanaians beat us hands down. Is IPOB the cause? People were annoyed. They ran into the stadium. They demonstrated. This useless DSS, they said it was IPOB. Of course, I can call them names because I am a native of indigenous people of southeastern Nigeria. Any lie you tell against IPOB, you have told that lie against Igbo man, no matter who that Igbo man is. I debunk it. IPOB did not plan any protest in Abuja. IPOB did not orchestrate what happened or transpired at Abuja National Stadium yesterday. The DSS are just trying to do what? Play eye service on the faces of their so-called fake Oga. Oga, let me tell you, since the inception of this government, please, I want you to tell me answer my question.
No.
Is there anything good that has happened to us, Nigeria?
No. I won't answer that question.
The whole international engagement we had in the past, since 6 years,
because
since 7 years,
what's your opinion?
5 years, 4 years, have we come out with flying colors? Let us tell ourselves the truth. IPOB has nothing with the protests on the stadium. True or false? True or false? Thank you. Let us continue.
Lastly, Tinubu cancelled his colloquium yesterday because of to respect the people that died.
Okay.
To honor
the people that died. Tinubu himself, is a colloquium himself. CO, I think COLLEQUIOM. Let me tell you, I love that. If he did it, I love that he did well. But that's one mistake I would profile to him to understand if he could correct that mistake. Please, the supposedly Nigerian president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, have you come out one day and tell the parents of those youths that were shot at Lekito Gates how you felt, how you feel? You might tell them sorry, you might invite them, you might write it on the national dailies so that people will see it, that you are feeling remorse about what happened to your children, because they are your children at Lekito Gates. Have you been able to come out and do that? Then again, I'm telling you, if he cancels his trip or celebration of him his life. Let me tell you, it is too late because we know that presidential election is not up to 12 months now. So all these things are just skimming. He's just trying to do it in such a way that everybody will now just come back and say Tinubu is a good man. As for me, I don't condemn anybody. I don't condemn anybody, but I stand on the justice. What I mean is that what happened at Lekki Toll Gate, he should address it.
Okay.
He should come out and tell Nigerians how he felt. Those mothers that were rendered childless, they should come and say sorry to them. They should come and express himself. That is when we start, or should start, be considering him maybe the next Nigerian
Very
president.
much. Yes, we've come to the end of Vice a new stance, a big day today.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Good day, brother. How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Let's talk about so many rank calls today.
Rank calls.
People have come to say one thing or the other. I just want to conclude, summarize everything.
I overheard what they are all saying. That is the beginning of the nepotism. I'm saying that nepotism
A reflection of the leaders we have.
Yeah, is the reflection when the goods going
If
back
we
with
are
them.
good, we have
No,
good
no, no, no.
leaders.
I'm going somewhere.
Yeah.
When the goods is getting bad within their rancors, when they are together, when the goods is good, yeah, when the goods still remain good among themselves, they are united in sharing the money, in looting our money.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? And when the going is not too good again among them, they split that nepotism into our ranks. And I could see that played out this morning. That played out this morning. You see, this man that left that they were castigating, it made sense and he made some blunders. Nobody is perfect. About the election, the grievances of the people that are outside the last president was it did not carry the people, some part of this section along, right? And they necessitated his coming to power. You remember Save Nigerian Group that consisted of Wale Soyinka, Tunde Bakare, and some other comrades, Ubani, late Ubani, an activist, late Ubani, and some few Kokori, all of them. That was when the Jonathan was denied the access to #1 seat. When what's it called? When Yaradua died, and it was those same Nigerian group that brought up the doctrine of necessity that placed Jonathan for them to succumb that Jonathan must be in that seat. And mind you, some part of Jonathan ethnic, some human, some actors in Jonathan region, they contributed, they work against him.
Yeah.
I can start mentioning him, but let's leave that for another day. So it was the part of Southwest that agitated that enough is enough. Enough is enough. They went to Abuja for a rally, and that was when Ekere Madu and Mark find it necessary that they must apply the doctrine of necessity. If those guys did not cry out, they did not protest for Jonathan to come in, where would be Jonathan? So, and at the same time, from #1 to 10, there was no Yoruba man, talk of speaker, talk of senate. So when you talk of marginalization, there's no region that is not marginalized in this country. And when you talk about occupying position in this country, those guys that you are seeing, when they leave Southwest to go and become vice president, they are not Southwest vice president, they are Nigerian vice president. Look at Obasanjo. When Obasanjo came to power, Obasanjo, distributed the appointment within, the qualified, among the qualified candidates, in which they have more candidates from the southeast. You talk of Soludo, you talk of Ezekwesili, you talk of who is this? The minister for health. Then Chukwu, minister for health. Then you talk of minister for education. You talk of start mentioning the juicy aspect. Okonjo was brought out, brought back from US then to so all the technocrats you talk of. He brought them in, and nobody talk about this regime, Obasanjo regime, is being dominated by, we ourselves, we did not even go for Obasanjo, because we did not take Obasanjo as a Yoruba president. They took Obasanjo as a nationalist, that will come and stabilize this country. But have you ever followed the suit when Obasanjo left? We've never. Yaradua will have been better off, likewise, but you know, it was misguided, likewise, by the Kaaba, some Kaaba that did not feel comfortable, that Obasanjo brought a sick man for them, you know, so they now instigated that he should start the power probe. And that power probe, as it started it really, they found out that some people, the hunters, turned to hunted. You remember the case of the National Assembly member that got involved in those scandals. So they are all bet. See, if a Nigerian politician come out today and tell you this guy is not good, this guy is not good, that means there's a rancor among them. But when the going was good, they will not say anything among themselves. That's the problem that's been happening. When these guys get to power, they mingle. Now tell me, in National Assembly, all this GC committee, all of them are scrambling for. You find Igbo, you find Hausa, you find North Central, you find Ijaw, they mingle. The largest they will get from all these committees, they will share it among themselves. They will never say, oh, you be Igbo senator, you be Yoruba senator, you be. But the senseless thing, the stupidity thing they've sold to us, we're suffering, we're smiling, and we still, you know, following these people that got nothing to offer you. But when the cake they share to them, it's not enough for them. They come down to their region and start saying, jargon, she said, all we need, if Nigeria wants to be one, is this country as it is down as it is now. I don't think this country is going towards Somalia level. It's going towards Taliban level, where the terrorists are dictating the peace. And we need to stabilize the security of this country first. And it will, anybody the cap fits, because it's the survivor now. It's not about, I want this, I want that. If it is the Aboki that will settle the, what's it called, the crisis in this country, let them do it. Because I said it on and on. I said there will be crisis with what happened with that rotational, you know, clause they put in PDP. And that's why when we talk, they say this guy, he doesn't know what he said. My father was PDP. I supported PDP. I voted Jonathan the first time they presented the PDP candidate. I voted Obasanjo. Nevertheless, majority of our Southwest youth did not, Southwest people did not vote for him. Now, what was there? I voted them to correct the wrongs of what has been happening. And I said the rotational presidency the PDP inserted is the beginning of the failure we've been having in this country. Because then they said they would rotate. They started with our Southern elder, Obasanjo. From Obasanjo brought Yaradua. Yaradua said he had a terminal death. He died. So the remaining 2 years, Jonathan used it. What happened? Came back again. He used how many years? So they are comparing now that we Southerners have used 14 years and they have used 10 years. I know this thing will boomerang. And you could see, I've been saying this thing, that the zoning arrangement is not I don't care. If you are my brother, you are not useful to me. I would prefer if somebody else come in and say, okay, this is what I can do for you. I will abandon you. You, my brother, that is not useful. I have them in America. They are not useful to me. They are not old men, 85 years old. They are not useful to me. And I abandon them. I don't call them. I tell them, you guys, you don't teach people fish any longer. You are family. You are elder. Or by Baba senior brothers. Now, what you can do, all this money you are coming in at old age, sending your work, let people go. If it might not be me, let them go. Go and plant people that will work and be helping you out. They refuse this. But I thank God today, I don't rely on any one of them. Thank you very much.
Yeah. If you want to change a system, you need to understand that system before you change the system. If you don't understand the system, you cannot change. We don't run with sentiment. You don't argue with sentiment. You argue with facts, even though the facts most times have been distorted. The first report we had was over 900, but a later report, the adjusters report, was that 360 above were in that plane that were involved in the attack. I'm President Chuku. Hope you enjoyed today's program. Bye for now. Till tomorrow, as we meet for another exciting edition of Bystanders at the newsstand. Bye for now.